How'd you get the name?
Isadora?
Yeah.
I was born.
Oh, so your actual name is Isadora?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So was it always Isadora then? That's weird.
Why?
I don't know, I just never heard a name like that. I like it.
Yeah, I've never met anyone that has the same name.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird enough.
That's nuts. Is your family into music as well? Like, how did...
My mum was like really into music, but she kind of put all that energy into my sister. And then I was like, oh, okay. And then, I was never really considered like the musician in the family. But yeah, no one really thought I was like a musician. I didn't even think I was a musician. I was like, I suck at music. I can't sing. So I just kind of went about my life just like, oh, not for me. And then, then I just really got into it when I was like 16.
Did something happen?
I think I was like at a camp and I was singing in the shower. And then I came out and like all these people were just standing outside like, oh my God, you can sing. And I was like, oh shit, can I? And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to be a singer, like at the age of 16. And then, I don't know how, but I actually like just stuck with it. Like I never changed my mind since like that moment.
Wow.
So yeah.
Was it, so even at that stage, was it like I'm going to like do this full time? Or was it just I'm going to sing?
No, it was like
really...
I didn't think of any other job, career, like anything. Oh. I was like, even now I'm like, there's nothing else. You know, like I always say, if you love it, like don't have a plan B. It's like, sounds naive and stupid, but you kind of have to have that insane mentality. Otherwise you're just going to give up, you know, and take like the easy route. But
what kind of art, like who were you seeing in the shower? I
don't remember. I was always like, I don't know, I think I had like really basic like music taste, like any sort of 14, 15-year-old. Right. So just like whatever was on the radio. But then I don't know how, but I just like, I fell in love with like R&B. I think my first like artist that I loved was Sabrina Claudio. Do you know her?
I know her name.
Yeah, she's like, oh, she's incredible. And when I listened to her, I was like, okay, like R&B is the one for me. And I just like rolled with it, yeah.
And who else? Like, who listen to you now?
Just your typical R&B artists like her, Janae Aiko, and you know, all of those.
Has that been hard, like working in Australia? Like, would you want to work elsewhere?
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously everyone just thinks that America is like the place to go, but I've kind of fallen in love with like the Australian scene. I don't know why. Like, I think we're a lot tighter than I guess you would find in other cities. But yeah, I think there's like a lot of potential in a smaller city like Sydney.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's nuts. Like, you can be half the artist here, and you'll go more places, and like you'll double what someone's doing in LA. It's nuts.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, there are less opportunities, so you have to take advantage of every single thing that you can get, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's a smaller city, there's way more like a sense of competition and that mentality that you can only have one of each kind of act.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can only have like a few female R&B artists, which is like a really awful mentality, but I think that's why everyone is so cliquey. You know, it's a bit hard in that sense, for sure.
Was it hard, like being at 16 and making music, you're on this whole wave, and like it's almost like the same thing I'm doing now, you know what I mean, like the clickiness and shit. Like, was it hard, I guess, relating to people of that age?
Well, when I was young, I really just focused on myself. Like, I just went to vocal coaching, practice writing. I didn't really like put myself out there at all. I only started like putting myself out there like 3 years ago, when I actually felt like, okay, I'm ready. Like, I can do this. Because I never really thought I had like a natural voice or anything. So I had to train my voice, like vocal coaching, like every day for like years, you know. So I stayed low key until I felt like more confident to like get out.
So did you have your clique or like close friends that you were like at that time, you know what I mean?
Into music?
Yeah, even just when you felt like near the spots were, you know.
Never.
No?
No. I really didn't grow up with like, or have friends with people that were into music. weird.
Yeah.
Like I was really like on my own, like the whole time. Like even these past 3 years, I feel like it sounds so depressing, but I feel like I've just been like on my own this whole time. Like I feel like I have like my network, but it's like so spread out, like across Melbourne, across Sydney, random people on the other side of the world. Like, you know, I never really had like that clique. But then when I went to Melbourne, I found like a clique, and then Corona fucked that up. So yeah.
Yeah, hard. It's dope that like when you find even when you do have your clique, there's always that moment. I think every ambitious person have it where it's like, it's all in me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's
definitely.
the thing. That's what I tell everyone. Like, if you get an opportunity or someone reaches out to you, like, don't get excited about it. Like, just stay cool, because if they pull out, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anyone else offers you, what you think you need from someone else. Like, as long as you've got yourself, that's literally all you need.
Self-worth.
Yeah. Sounds like sad, but it's true.
No, it's so true though.
Yeah.
It makes life so much easier.
In the end of the day, you're not going to be disappointed by anyone else, because you've just accepted that, you know, it's just going to be you in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like sometimes I think of that stuff. When I started meditating more, I noticed that stuff.
Do you meditate?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh no, wait, do you have like a specific technique or something?
I go like 2 breaths in, and then 2 breaths out, like 2 seconds.
So it's
to
like
warm up.
breath control meditation.
Yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. Like the whole time I focus on either my ribs or like my nose, and I think about that the whole time.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah. But I start off warming up by just like deep breaths in, deep breaths out.
Yeah.
And then once you catch your breath, then you run with it.
Yeah. Meditation is the best. I really need to get, like, I used to do it, but I just like let it slip for a while. I did like one of those crazy retreats where you don't speak for like 10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you done it?
Yeah, I did a 1-day one.
Oh, 1-day one? Do you remember what it was called?
But like some, I don't know.
No,
like some
you should do one that, dude. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's like 10 days, no speaking, no eye contact, no phone, no writing, no reading.
So what do?
You meditate for like 14 hours a day. Yeah, it's insane. But it gives you this crazy sense of like connection with yourself. And like I needed to get over a bunch of stuff that was just going on in my mind, and like my mind was racing, because it always does, but it just got to a point where I was like, I need to control this shit. And I didn't know how to meditate, so I was like, I'm just gonna go to this thing. And I went, and it was, oh my god, life changing. It's like 10 days of like, you just drive yourself insane, but in like a good way. Like by the time you get to the end, you just feel like you can do anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there'd be like this crazy sense of like calm.
Yeah.
So as well, you don't need to like do or prove anything. You just
exactly.
Like,
yeah.
That'd be nuts.
100% you should do that.
When was that?
That was last year in like June, July.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like in the Blue Mountains. It's called Vipassana.
Dope.
Yeah, 100% would recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my mate actually did tabs nuts apart from that. So there you go.
Yeah.
Fun facts. Yeah.
Yeah. You can go stay with him afterwards.
Straight out. I never done that stuff. I could never picture myself doing that. No way.
It's so worth it though.
Oh no, I meant tabs. Yeah, I would do what you said.
Wait,
No,
what tabs like? Huh?
Tabs is LSD.
Oh right. See, I'm so bad at the lingo.
Yeah.
No. Do not do that stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm healthier.
No, I hate anyone that does it, but like, why?
Yeah.
Why? It's so expensive though as well, right?
I don't know how much it is.
I think it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
No.
No way, nobody. Have you done other stuff like that? Like drugs in general?
No.
No?
I'm like so strange. I'm the only person I know that literally hasn't even puffed like a cigarette or had weed. I just like never felt the need to. And I don't know, I never really felt the need to like escape or feel a different sensation or anything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, so when you have a challenge, was it just music?
What do you mean?
Like people smoke sometimes as like their remedy.
Yeah. Like.
Or like what do drugs as a remedy? But was
right.
yours, you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I mean like I'm really into like psychology and stuff. Like I studied it for a while. So I guess when I need like an outlet, I have like a very like pragmatic way of dealing with it. It's like I'll either get it out creatively or just like talk my head off to like someone that I know and then get it out that way. But yeah.
That's so wholesome. That's so beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah, I wish I could do that. Shit.
You can though. You can.
No, I can. I just haven't.
It's all about developing habits, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's always going to be hard at first to, like, break the cycle of, like, you know, if you're feeling a type of way and your brain automatically goes to, like, a drug or something.
Yeah.
That's because it's a habit you've developed and your body finds, like, if it feels relaxed after you've had the drug, it means you're addicted. Like, that's the whole point. So you just got to break that cycle and just redivert that energy to somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. 100%.
Yeah.
Let's on a side note, being like 16 and getting into music, even as a teenager whole, like what was some of the most challenging shit that?
Well, I didn't tell anyone. I would just write alone in my room. Like legit, I didn't tell anyone. Like, I remember like when I did start, like people just make fun of me as you know, like girls do. So I just stopped telling people. You know, I just like completely closed off and really didn't tell anyone that I sang. But I was like working really hard at it, like behind the scenes. And then on my last day at high school, they had like this talent show. And without telling anyone, even my best friends, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. And then I sang like, I don't even remember, it's probably some Ariana Grande song. And then everyone's like, oh my god, you can sing. I was like, yeah. I've been doing this for a while, but you know, it's like almost like as soon as someone like makes fun of you for it, you just close up. So I just didn't tell anyone for ages, and then even like with my friends, like I only really started proudly talking about my music this year. Like I've been working so hard at it and I would never talk about it. It took me like a long time to like say, you know what, I actually have been working really hard at this, like this is what I've been doing.
So it's an insecurity thing as well?
Yeah, 100%. I've had like a lot of like anxieties about singing. Like just, I'm sure everyone has.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's something so hard to get over. Like I really want to go to like therapy or something for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's funny because you study psychology, but like is it...
Yeah, well that's the thing. That's probably why I'm so interested in it, because it's like I want to understand why my brain is doing that. But I guess because I never really grew up around people who encourage my music. I never really got the confidence to show people.
Yeah, right.
Which is why I guess I also feel like, I just feel like I've been like alone in this for a long time. But it gave me like I kind of love it, because I'm like, all I really need is me. The only person that needs to believe in my art is me and whoever I'm working on the project with.
It's like, it seems like a benefit as much as it is self-harming the
Yeah.
sex, you know what I mean? It's,
100%.
yeah. But did that come from like what you said with your sister as well, and like your mom?
Yeah, maybe. Like I always felt like
The psychology session.
Yeah, that's so true. Like, thinking back on my childhood, maybe that's one of the reasons that I kind of almost didn't value myself enough, because I didn't see people valuing me.
Yeah.
In a way, and that's like typically where insecurities come from. But yeah, maybe.
So moving forward now, you got new releases on the way. What's expected?
I've got a lot of shit coming up, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Like, I've been working with a ton of people, a ton of new producers in Sydney and Melbourne. I'm releasing a track with Sefu, I think in 2 weeks. Fingers crossed, everything's been submitted and it's all good to go. With this startup label, New Levels. I don't know if you've heard of them.
I know the name.
Yeah, Lazy J's like new label.
Oh right, yeah, with G-Dot.
Yeah.
G-Dot. Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna release a song and a music video in 2 weeks, and I'm so excited for it. It was like the first like big visual production I've done for like my own thing, and yeah, super keen.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's not exciting.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
So, there's a lot of people that like, at least as a female, look at you and be like, that's something I want to do. What would you say to them?
Like females starting off in the industry?
Yeah, I think more so, because that's like a massive motive for you, right? Like inspiring them.
100%. I mean, I would say don't be pressured by men in the industry. It's like a huge thing. because like women are not taken seriously like men are, and you just do not. Oh, it's like a sucky industry for women to be in. Like, I don't mean to be all like negative, but really, like, the whole industry needs to change. But if you're a woman starting off in the industry, like, do not give a fuck what men want you to do, like what they're pressuring you to do. Just stick to yourself, and even like what other women are pressuring you to do, just like stay true to, you know, your message, what you believe in. Yeah, and just write every day. Like, it's such a cliche thing to say, but you never know when you could write like your next big track. So write every single day, work on your craft, and yeah, like, don't give a fuck about what anyone else says. Like, no one else's opinion matters ever. Hey, it's Isadora, and you're watching BloodJuice.
It's like Disney.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.